Hello fellow loyalists to the Emperor that would never ever betray him ever. And welcome back to another video of Hearts of Iron 4 here on youtube.com. And you might be able to tell by the screen I have access to the new update of Hoi 4. By the way, this video is sponsored by Paradox Interactive. The new DLC that I'll be showcasing today, No Compromise No Surrender, releases today actually on November 20th. And the base game is going to be free to play on Steam from the 20th to the 24th of November. So check out the link in the description and pinned comments and let's just get into it. So yeah, you know how I just like pledged my loyalty to the Emperor like very legitimately and that was not like a joke at all? So today we're not going to be doing that because I have found an actually quite interesting path in the Japanese focus tree, a secret path. You're not supposed to see it, but I did some very legitimate Sherlock Holmes work that isn't just like, you know, like greasily going into the code and like control effing certain keywords. And with my genius, I was able to find a very interesting path that I don't think many people will be making a video on today. And this is also going to be quite interesting because regardless of this DLC or not, I have actually never played Japan in vanilla, ever. The first ever Hoi 4 gameplay video I've made was World War I Japan. I don't know why I decided to do World War I Japan, but I did World War I Japan, but I've never played in vanilla, ever. And what better time is there to play Japan than now that they've added fucking coal to the game? So now in this video, there's like two coals. There's coal in the video game Hearts of Iron 4, and now there's coal as in like the video itself. So, you know, we're getting double the coal today. And yeah, as you can imagine, Japan is a major, so we start off in quite an alright position, you know, really good industry, 54 factories, very good population, 76 million people. However, we do have some quite bad national spirits, as you can imagine. Early industrialization efforts, this one kind of sucks. Oh, and another thing, I have not playtested this at all. This is the first time I'm ever playing this. Like, I explored, you know, the focus tree to find the, you know, the secret path and everything. However, this is the first time I'm actually playing it, so all the new naval stuff, the coal, I don't know how any of it works. So, you know, it's going to be a normal Hollow Being Hoi 4 video. And if we look at our production queue, we're producing a lot of interesting things here. A lot of ships. Usually I don't really do this because I'm inept with the Navy. I don't know why we have so many production queues when we don't have any dockyards for them. Also, we're producing probably very shit tanks because we're Japan. I'll keep producing mediums, I guess. And yeah, so to do this secret path, we are going to have to go down the path to the left here, Okada's military purge speech. And to do that, we have to wait for Saburo Aizawa's trial to conclude and the February 26th incident to take place. So we're gonna wait for that. But before that happens and everything, I guess we will do Ministry of Commerce and Industry and get one more civilian factory. Quite straightforward. Also, if I remember correctly, we are going to do a civil war. So we are going to send like a lot of our army to mainland Japan here. For the ones on the islands, they can stay. They're probably like the most shit divisions ever. Barely know how to hold a gun, I bet. And now we have rumors of a military coup. Very interesting that we get this literally 4 days into the game. But for now, we are going to ignore this. It's probably not that important anyway. We will be doing our coup ourselves, so we're going to be quite accustomed to that shit. Don't worry. All right, so now we have the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. We still cannot do the political focuses. Now we will do the Imperial Defense Plan, in which we get this special effect, the first strike principle. So when we declare war on a neighboring country, we actually get attack bonus against country 10% and breakthrough against country 10% more for 90 days. Same for the Navy for the first 180 days, where you get the principle Kantai Kessen, which is essentially just try to totally annihilate your enemy in one battle, if I remember correctly. So we will be doing that right now. In conclusion of the 1936 general election, I'm surprised we still have a democracy, but that won't last long. Don't worry about it. Shameless shill time. Please subscribe to my channel to feed my ego and for me to see the number go up. Thank you. Back to the video. All right, now it's the 26th of February, and there we go. The February 26th incident. Now to do the military purge speech, I believe it was. We have to do the military must be reined in. There we go. Okada's military purge speech. If you don't know, the military in Japan kind of just does whatever the fuck they want, and that's not good because they should be doing whatever I want as the player. So, you know, that's kind of fucked up. And now that Okada's military purge speech has been done, we will seek Yakuza support, which will make it so that one general becomes loyal to us, and also a larger portion of the Imperial Army will be swayed to our side for the civil war, which is kind of inevitable at this point after we kind of challenge the army that is free to do whatever the fuck they want. And there you go. Keisuke Okada speaks out against military interference, probably the biggest mistake of his life. And as stuff is heating up in Japan, stuff is also heating up in Germany during a civil war. We all know how this goes. Hitler's probably gonna die, and Germany's either gonna go monarchist or democracy here. And there you go. Okada killed that Tokyo station. Damn, the army moves fast, I'll tell you that much. Say what you want about the Japanese army, they work fast. So yeah, this is like the sign of a very functioning democracy that the prime minister just got assassinated right after speaking bad about the army. But now that our leader died, oh no, who are we gonna get to replace this guy? We could get Tokugawa Iesato, maybe get a funny Tokugawa back in charge of Japan, the liberal Machida Chuji. But the problem is that's democracy democracy. Democracy's kind of boring, let's be honest. How about we get the socialist Abe Iso? Well, not that I have a choice. To do the secret path, you do need to pick Abe Iso, so we're gonna pick this guy. And the military declares a strike. What a great side. Again, guys, a very functioning country, Japan. Oh, now they're entrenching themselves. Oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. That's a normal thing for the army to do. Yep. They're attempting to secure control of the regions in the case a civil war breaks out. Why would that ever happen? That's baloney. And there we go. Now that we have seeked Yakuza support, we will now secretly rebuild the JCP, which gives us more daily communism support, more political power, and unlocks decisions to infiltrate opposition-controlled states to ensure they join the communists when the civil war happens. So it's like the same thing you can do in every like pre-civil war thing in Hoi 4, where you can just make sure that some states don't switch. I accidentally researched basic fortifications instead of electronic mechanical engineering. I might be kind of not that bright. Alright, now that we secretly rebuilt the JCP, we will now do anti-militarist speeches in the diet, because that didn't go wrong last time. Also, I guess we'll hire Kozo Sasaki, also known as Kozo the Ogre, and that's how you know he's very trusted to be an advisor. And now we'll do organize the student movements here, which will cause the opposing side for a year to have minus 15% stability, less war support, less factory output, and dockyard output as well. And also, it will give us more communism, more research speed, you know, the likes. Alright, and now that we've organized the student movements, we will now do race support within the proletarian class, which gives us various green numbers and makes it so that Sanyo will become supportive of the JCP. I think Sanyo is a region. Also, we're gonna start swaying some provinces to our side here. Alright, and now that we've raised support within the proletarian class, we will sway disillusioned young officers. So the Kodoha young officers who did the February 26th incident thing will now kind of be more sympathetic to our side. Actually, we kind of have to double occupy provinces, or else they're gonna join the Democrats as the start of the Civil War. Interesting, okay. Because right now they're only infiltrated by opposition to the Imperial Army, but that's also gonna be the Democratic faction. So this is gonna be a three-way civil war unless we kind of figure this out. We will now organize underground resistance, which unlocks decisions for us to raid army weapon depots, and we get a bit more equipment at the start of the Civil War. Alright, and a rural base of operations. I'm assuming this is gonna be our capital. And actually, this is gonna give us probably a free infiltrated by JCP province. So this is actually kind of valuable. We should probably go for Hokkaido for now, because I'm pretty close to integrating pretty much all of northern Japan here. And now we will do mountain village operation units, which allows us to establish guerrilla units and also gives us more recruitable population and more communism. Again, the usual. And now we're going to do Return of the Manchukuo Exiles, in which we give Manchukuo 5 IJA loyal generals of noble descent for them to give us some socialist industrialists. It's like a Pokemon card trade, you know? So yeah, we'll do that right now. And I think the focus after that will be the Civil War. I don't know if we're ready for it necessarily, but we will try. And there we go. The Japanese generals have been exchanged. Now this is going to give us various buffs, and we also got rid of a lot of the generals that will cause us problems, I'm assuming, if they stayed in our country. And now, should I just start the Civil War at this point to revoke the peace preservation law? Or should I maybe raise some more guerrilla units? You know what? I'll do it, and if I can't win, I'll just save scum and prepare more. This channel's not a democracy. Alright, revoke the peace preservation law, the Miyazaki incident. So basically, the Imperial Army tried to arrest a bunch of communists at a warehouse. There was a shootout, and now the revolution must start, people decided. So now the revolution starts indeed. Let's see what the numbers are looking like here. We have 48 divisions, the IJA has 14 to 65, and the democratic remnants of the government in Kanto here have 4 to 16. So we'll try to crush them first. That's probably the brightest idea. And now to start off the Civil War, we will organize a 5th column, which will unlock decisions to encourage partisans to damage enemy units during the Civil War, and we'll get 5 militia units. And I probably should have moved these troops back into Japan because now they're stranded. God damn it. Okay, well that was definitely not my brightest move. Let's try to completely collapse the remnants of the democratic government here. They seem to be just random peasant farmers with guns, so it should be quite simple and straightforward. Okay, we're making a bit of a push here. Let's try to keep this up. Alright, and encirclement of Fukushima there. If we lose even a bit of momentum, I feel like the Imperial Japanese Army is gonna kill us. Let's walk into the capital, please. Tokyo, let's take Tokyo. Can we take it? Thank you. Okay, great. Take Yokohama as well now. And once we take Yokohama, there we go. The state of Japan is gone, and oh, fuck, I forgot the fleet. Okay, hold on. I mean, I think they're already on missions. It's just that they don't have admirals. This guy, yeah. Isoroku Yamamoto, the famous man, yeah. Get him in charge. I also have a fleet up here. Yuzuru Hiraga, yep. Old man that kind of looks like alt history Hirohito reskin. Yeah, get him in here. And yeah, this is a very thick front. We might have to do a funny naval invasion here. And let's just keep letting them attack us. And let's also do launch an offensive in Kansai here, which gives us division attack buffs for 70 days. Push. We have like 1 tank division. Why can't we push? 1 tank division is totally enough to push. Come on, guys. Okay, clearly it's not working. And now we got the 5 militia divisions as well. So now let's do establish Showa aircraft industry, get 2 military factories here. Also, I don't know why we have a prince as a field marshal. I don't think he'd be a big fan of the thing we're trying to create, but yeah, I won't question it at all. Okay, I have a pretty good plan to maybe dislodge them out of here. Let's see if I can gain naval advantage here. Current dominance, 0. But how? Why? How do I increase it? Oh, they naval invaded. Oh, shit. Huh, I don't know how that happened. I didn't even hear the naval invasion sound. I didn't even see a warning here. What even happened there? Were they on like the Sakhalin Islands or something? Yeah, we might be kind of boned here if we don't lock in. I like explicitly play with sound on now, just in case I don't hear the naval invasion sound. I don't know what's going on. We keep encircling them and destroying them, but it's kind of still a pain in the ass. And yeah, that's 5 divisions of theirs liquidated there. Okay, now we're also going to do sabotage behind enemy lines. We need every advantage we can get here, please. Come on, push through. Lock in. Lock in. They are not locking in. We are at 90. Come on, guys. It's 3 divisions. 3 unorganized divisions that we're pinning the other army. Come on. Guys, we're trolling, right? We're trolling. Surely we're trolling at this point. Like, this is just a big prank. We can't push through. Like, haha, I get it. But, like, let's push through, please. Okay, we got rid of the army in the north up there. But yeah, before I got distracted, yeah, naval dominance. How do I get this? I mean, we're sinking their fleets. Maybe this is what I'm supposed to do. I mean, surely, right? Like, I'm patrolling the seas and I keep destroying their fleet. Okay, now I have like dominance of 2,105. Okay, surely now I can do a funny naval invasion, right? And I swear to God, if my country doesn't know how to naval invade, I'm genuinely gonna lose my shit. Okay, we do know. Okay, we can only naval invade with what's the maximum here? Usually it's 10 at the start of the naval invasion cap 2 reach. We're sending much more than 2 divisions. What does this like? We can only have 2 plans? Interesting. Okay, they certainly changed that. Also, we're out of fuel. Great. United States of America, who are totally not gonna be my enemies later. Please give me oil. And that clearly wasn't enough. Okay, it's fine. Whatever. Who needs oil to run ships anyway? Oh, it also takes many more days to prepare an invasion now. 50 for 3 divisions. Wow. Damn, pair dropping stocks are gonna go like way up now. Now let's expand the Kawagoe army arsenal. Get 2 more military factors. The Great Manchuria Revolt. Oh, the Manchurian Federated Provinces. Oh, they've gone democratic. Interesting, huh? Oh yeah, by the way, Korea also broke free. I mean, who wouldn't in this situation? Let's do a funny naval invasion. Support the push here. We have no supply, but that doesn't matter. When has that ever deterred us on this channel? All right, we take in Kyoto here. Let's lock in, folks. As soon as the supply in Kyoto runs out, we are f***ed. That division got encircled, but that doesn't matter. Please, come on, guys. They don't even have any org. Okay, there we go. How hard could it have possibly been, guys? All right, wait, is it because we don't have any air? Oh, that might be a thing. Okay, yeah, I didn't use any of my planes. I might be a fucking dumbass. Okay, hold on. How many planes do they even have? Okay, way more than us. Let's save that division as well now. Okay, that division died. Okay. Sacrifices have to be made for the revolution. It is what it is. Wait, let's press this advantage right away. Aggressive push now. All right, we've surrounded Osaka as well. That's really good. So many divisions there. Take Hiroshima. Push. There we go. Taking Osaka. Okay, how do they keep taking this back? Is it because there's a naval crossing from here to here? Oh, wait, this is all one province. I'm a dumbass. Okay, whatever. Hokkaido can do whatever the f they want. I'm actually fumbling so hard. I don't even have an excuse that I haven't played Hoi 4 in a while. I played last week. I shouldn't be this rusty. I guess we'll continue Takahashi Kurikiyu's policies. Get 1 more civilian factory. Oh, there was divisions in Kokura, so, you know, I, like, put 24 divisions there. They just abandoned it. They just abandoned the naval crossing. Okay, I mean, not the choice I would have made. I say as I abandon Hokkaido. Take Nagasaki. Imperial Japanese army still isn't dead somehow. Take Matsuyama. Okay, they're dead. Finally. After the most incompetent civil war of all time, we have finally made the Japanese People's Republic. That could have been executed much, much, much better. Okay, I just opened the military doctrines, and yeah, I think that was a mistake. What is this? I'm scared. I mean, I guess, yeah, we'll do infantry, yeah. Oh, a lot of options now. Okay, assault infantry, soft attack for support artillery, that's pretty good. Light infantry, HP plus 15%, I don't even know what the HP stat does, to be honest. Okay, now that we've continued whatever's policies, Red Sun rises for a new era, yeah. All right, debate on the future direction of the state. Here we do want to go for Ronoha, which is the labor farmer faction. And you might say, why the hell would you get the labor farmer faction? That sounds boring and terrible, and I hate farmers so much. But your seemingly great hate for farmers aside, this is going to go into a very interesting direction. You will see. So yeah, now we will do the labor farmer faction ascendant. I guess we'll also move the capital back to Tokyo. It's in Sapporo, and that's pretty cool, but you know, Tokyo's kind of the OG. And yeah, a leader for the Ronoha. And here, what we want to go for... Hold on, I have to look at my Google Doc. That's right, Kanson Arahata. I totally remember. Yes, this guy. And so we have this cool new flag, and also our leader is a funny farmer with a towel around his neck. That's how you know he's a farmer. And now what we want to do is the fate of the imperial family. Oh my goodness, what is this infantry division? Okay, well, let's modify this a bit. I mean, it's not even that bad. It's just, it added another row of infantry, when really what I do for that row is just put 1 artillery, and there we go. That's an infantry division right there. The United States wants to limit naval rearmament. I know what I would say. say, because I don't care about the Navy. But what would Japanese People's Republic say? I don't know. They probably wouldn't like the United States, not only because they're Japan, but also because they're communist. So yeah, we're just gonna refuse that, I guess. The fate of the Imperial family. We can execute them, but that would be a very bad stability debuff. We can let them serve their term in prison, but that's a bad stability debuff as well. We can make them live as normal people, which I think that's the funniest one. Or we can give the Bayan clique, which is a democratic Manchuria. We can send them to them, but that just gives them a buff, and I don't want to give Manchuria a buff, because let's be completely honest, we are going to be invading them. So yeah, we're going to make them live as normal people, because I think that's the funniest outcome. And now that we've done the fate of the Imperial family, we can now also cooperate with the anarchists, in which we get some people that went to Ethiopia back into our country. Ethiopia does still exist, and they got some of their land stolen, and now they're also going to get some of their advisors stolen. Things only get worse. And now this focus actually did give us a political advisor called Junsuji. We do want to equip this guy. Very, very important. And now what we want to do, incorporate Buddhist socialism, which gives us more political power, gain more stability, and also gives us political advisor, another very important one. And now that we've incorporated Buddhist socialism, we want to hire Giro Senoo. And now we want to continue down this branch, the Uno School of Economics, which gives us more production efficiency growth. And the Bayan clique declared war on the Xinjiang Autonomous SSR. Why the would you do that? Oh, great. Now they're at war with the Soviet Union. Okay, well, invading Manchuria might be a bit harder than initially thought, because it's probably going to be the Soviet Union instead by the time we get to that point. All right, now that we've done the Uno School of Economics, we will now do 4 national cooperatives, which gives us 2 civilian factories and 1 military factory. You know what? Maybe I will just justify war goal in Korea. We'd probably get one later anyway, but let's just justify one. We'll now do further rural investments, which will allow us to improve the state category of the above states if they have 4 or more infrastructure. That means you can upgrade some of these rural tiles into urban tiles, which is really interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that in a focus tree, actually. All right, so now that we furthered rural investments, adopt syndicalist ideas. We are almost getting there. Slowly but surely, one day. I see, so now I can also get, like, artillery and combat support buffs specifically. Wait, I can get flying batteries, which increases the line artillery's soft attack. I can just make artillery extremely overpowered, especially if I get, like, mountaineer artillery buffs as well. All right, now that we adopted syndicalist ideas, at last we can do raise the red flag high, in which you get 10% more war support, more communism, and also a very important event, the revitalization of Buddhism. Also, if you're wondering what's going on in the rest of the world, Germany also went communist, so we're gonna have to kill them eventually. Hungary's going their funny monarchist path, Iraq is Kurdistan, and somehow Soviet Union is fumbling to the SSSR. Alright, raise the red flag high, and now we have the revitalization of Buddhism. And now, because we had these 2 people, Jiro Senao and also Junsuji as our advisors, we can now do, this is the way forward, the Communist Party will now be called the Shinko Bukkyo Seinen Dome. And now that we have done that, it unlocks a secret branch here, revitalize the spirit of Ikko-Ikki, and we can also do proclaim the Jobukokudo down here. So now we will do revitalize the spirit of Ikko-Ikki here, which gives us more division organization, more recruitable population, more division recovery rate, and more division attack, in which we get a bunch of Buddhist temples to basically, you know, bring back warrior monks and pretty much convince the people that they should fight in a bunch of death wars for us. And now that we've done revitalize the spirit of Ikko-Ikki, we have to control Tonkin, Beiping, Gyeonggi, and also have more than 80% war support and stability to get our special Formable here, the Pure Land. So yeah, now we're gonna do guide the lesser states, which is anyone that's not us, of course. All right, justification on Korea done. Is anyone guaranteeing them? No? Okay, that's great. That's fantastic for people like me. Probably should have been prepping a naval invasion, but I'm not the brightest tool in the shed. All right, now that we've done guide the lesser states, I think, we have a new faction, the Pan-Asian Revolutionary Front, and also we can now select a faction goal. I have no idea what any of this means. Apparently, our medium and long-term goals are already there. Align China and security oil supply. I can certainly see why that's one of our goals. But yeah, for short-term goals, let's see here. Declare war on democracy sounds fun. Let's also now demand submission from breakaway states. I wonder if I should declare war, actually, because I can't just wait for the next focus to ignite the Korean Peninsula, which starts a civil war there. That sounds quite familiar. Alright, so now the breakaway states that we demand submission from, Palau and Taiwan better fucking accept, or I swear to God. Deng Shen agrees to our demands, and Haleakala also agrees to our demands. Perfect, great. You know what, let's just ignite the Korean Peninsula, whatever. It's gonna start a civil war, and apparently if the communists win, we get Korea as a puppet. So, dude, that's a pretty good deal. China demands abrogation of the 9-power treaty. How about you abrogate my ass? And I don't do that. The Chinese Soviet Republic requests territory. I don't have anything anymore there. I even lost East Hebei. I don't have anything, but I'm still gonna say give them nothing. So, you know, technically I'm not wrong. I didn't give them anything. Alright, we done ignite the Korean Peninsula, and now we have the Democratic People's Republic of Korea in the south and normal Korea in the north. It's like the opposite. Whoa, wow. They're already our puppet. it, and we can just like, you know, send our entire army there and completely crush the other Korea. And I guess we'll also do protect the Manchurians here for the next war, because the Korean War is not gonna last very long. Let's be very clear. And there ain't no UN intervention to sway the conflict here in any way. And yeah, complete dominance. I mean, there's really nothing they can do. And yep, would you look at that? Pass, because it's a puppet. There we go. Unfortunately, we don't have, like, resource access in Korea, but at least we have a cool little puppet now. It's not even Kim Il-sung. What's the point, man? Alright, invading the Baeong clique is next. It should be easy. They're busy fighting the Soviet Union. And yeah, protect the Manchurians. I like how he gives us buffs against the Manchurians, as if this is not going to be the easiest war of all time. For 425 days, too. That's, like, overkill. Actually, let's also do to guide the Chinese here, which gives us puppet war goal against every Chinese state that is not communist, and also invites the Chinese Soviet Republic to our alliance. Interesting. Actually, we might need those buffs. Damn, the Baeong clique has a lot of divisions, actually. Much more than I expected. Okay, never mind. I was not familiar with their game. Alright, Baeong clique, time to perish. There's nothing you can do, hopefully. I sure hope there's nothing you can do. Alright, and now we can also invite the Soviet Union to our faction. That's good. Wow. And the Chinese Soviet Republic refuses to join us. Well, it's your loss. Now let's also do social and cultural revolution, which gives us reorganization of society for 1 year, which in hindsight probably should have done earlier, but it does reduce the effects of early industrialization efforts. It also gives us 10% more recruitable population factor. Holy shit. Also, we don't have like an airport here, so our planes are not really doing it, plane stuff. Let's take Dalian there. Let's just keep moving. All right, now let's hold a People's Tribunal. But damn, it does get rid of a lot of our generals. But then I can't get this research slot. Okay, I guess we'll hold a People's Tribunal. I guess we can hold people accountable. Holding people accountable? Ew, gross, disgusting. All right, we've taken Mukden. We're pushing really well right now. And we've encircled 3 American divisions here. Wait, please don't tell me we're at war with the Americans. Please, please. Okay, thank God, it's just volunteers. Also, I just realized why our tanks aren't doing really well. They're probably, yeah, it's oil. It's always oil. And yeah, now their front is completely breaking. Their capital is in Tongzhou now. I don't even know what a Tongzhou is. Like, they keep coming up with new cities. Like, they keep inventing new cities like Silanhot to be their capital. But like, let's be honest, Manchuria, you're completely done. You know, Manchuria actually did put up a pretty decent resistance. I did not expect them to do this well. I thought we were just gonna sweep through them like we did with Korea, but damn, I'm pleasantly surprised. Another encirclement here. Holy shit, more American divisions. Yeah, I don't think this volunteer corps is working out, Mr. Roosevelt, or whoever the president is right now. Truman? I don't know. Of course, since we're communists, we're just gonna puppet them. Get war reps and also resource rights as well. And there we go. Now we have the Free Democratic People's Republic of Manchukuo, we have resource rights, and we have war reps in the form of more factories. And now I would give our people more houses and stuff, but that's boring. We are going to do the Pan-Asian Revolutionary Front here, which gives us more faction influence in our faction, obviously. 1 more faction initiative and 1 long-term goal slot. Whatever any of those words mean. And now we have war goals on some Chinese states, but they're guaranteed by the United Kingdom. Okay, that's a bit annoying. I wanted to declare war on Taipei Char because they're not in the Chinese faction. I don't even know. The Chinese faction, does that even exist? Yeah, the Nanjing Front. I don't think the Nanjing Front is guaranteed by anyone, so maybe I can just start by attacking them. And we're gonna put a few divisions there, and we're probably gonna try to naval invade from Qingdao here. And now that we've done the Pan-Asian Revolutionary Front, we will now do nationalize the Zaibatsus, which gives us 4 civilian factories just straight off the bat. And Germany is at war now because they declared war on the United Kingdom of Portugal and Brazil. What a specific country to declare war on. The Chinese Soviet Republic declared war on the Northeast Shaanxi Army. Okay, so they're not at war with the Nanjing Front just yet, but they might prove to be a funny distraction for them later. All right, let's declare war on the Shandong clique, and let's naval invade. And hopefully, let's please land. Thank you. That would have been a bit humiliating if we hadn't landed. All right, good landing here. We're gonna flood in our entire army, and good luck. Alright, the Shandong clique has capitulated. Good start. Damn, okay. I mean, I had heard rumors on the funny Hoi4 no compromise, no surrender Discord server that China was very, very easy in this new update. And keep in mind, this is a pre-release patch. They might fix this. They are very weak, apparently. So let's see if we can actually just roll through them here, or if that was just a fluke. Nanjing has fallen. That's it for Nanjing. Okay. Yeah, they're quite weak here. I don't know. Chiang Kai-shek? Were they not ready? The United States demands an apology and compensation. In response to the sinking of the USS Panay earlier this week. I see. So I can either agree to American terms here because, like, I sank one of their ships, I guess. Or we can do we'll never bow to decadent Westerners. But then they might declare war on me, and I don't want to declare war on the United States just yet. As long as the American terms don't involve white peace with China, I think we'll be fine. I don't think they do, right? Are they really gonna force us to white peace China? I did save the game just in case. Agree to American terms. Yeah? No white peace? Yeah, we're good? Okay, thank you. Yeah, I don't think China's coming back from that one, guys. I don't know. And now we're gonna redistribute land and wealth, which gives us minus 10% consumer goods and more building slots. You know, Chinese Soviet Republic, we could save you right now. We really could if you joined our faction. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to join factions. That was literally your only chance. The Hispanic Alliance. Oh, what the fuck? Oh my god, what? That's a lot of notifications for the Hispanic Alliance. But is it the Hispanic Alliance? Okay, so it's the one that Mexico can do. Thank god. Okay, because let's just say the Philippines have an interesting path in their focus tree that might allow that, maybe. Hypothetically, you know, this is just speculation here. And next, I guess we'll approach Mitsui, which gives us more civilian factories. Apparently we can bypass. Okay, great. Wait, can we bypass all of these? We did nationalize the Zaibatsus. Yeah, fair enough. I guess we'll fund the Riken Institute then now and give us one more research slot. Also, I need oil. I need my planes to actually move, preferably. Okay, now China's actually defending quite well. This is probably how they should have been defended before we took Nanjing. Yeah, we don't have any infantry equipment. Yeah, that was a bit of a reckless push, I think. Now let's rely on infantry offensives because tanks, I would build tanks. I'm just way too lazy, honestly. Like, there's no reason for me not to do it except laziness. I might do it later, but like right now, it's kind of unnecessary. All right, let's just like do these small pushes. Like, let's just micro them away. The American embargo, I don't care. Actually, I do kind of care. I think they give me all my oil. Iran, yeah, you're my new best friend. Give me oil, please. Wuhan, die. Okay, Wuhan has died. I'm gonna try to do a big encirclement here, and I think we will succeed. There we go. I think Chiang Kai-shek is considering retirement at this point. Also, I don't think I've ever said this, but Chiang Kai-shek... Oh, it's not even Chiang Kai-shek. It's Wang Jingwei. Wait, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't this the guy that's, like, usually willing to help us? Isn't he, like, the Japanese sympathizer? In any case, I was just gonna say, Chiang Kai-shek looks like Asian Boris III from Bulgaria, or maybe Boris III from Bulgaria looks like a white Chiang Kai-shek. Either way, they kind of look like each other. All right, another encirclement here, I believe. Yeah, they have military access. It wasn't really an encirclement, but we will kick them out of these pockets here. And yeah, China should capitulate once we take Guiyang here. Also, another really good thing you can do in this new update, you can actually ask for airbase access. Holy shit, what an improvement. That is actually unironically really good. I know when I talk like this, it's usually ironic. No, that is really fucking good. Because now if you have good relations with someone, even though you're not in their faction, you can use planes in their territory. That is so good. That is so good. I don't know why that wasn't a feature from the start, but I digress. It's still a really good feature. There we go. China has capitulated. Finally. Okay. We're getting somewhere now. All right. China has capitulated along with their entire faction, even the people that didn't join the war. And now we have the puppet Chinese People's Republic with possibly the worst name placement I've ever seen in my life. And now we just need Beijing and Tonkin. So yeah, we're gonna have to declare war on Hebei Chahar, which means we're gonna have to go to war with the Allies, which means, wait, who's in the Allies right now? No. Okay. That's a lot of people. Yeah, let's give our people houses. That's cool. Distract them from the fact that we're about to go to war with the entire world. Let's just quickly collapse Hebei Chahar here. And we can actually also invite the Socialist Republic of Germany. Yeah, sure. And now the Soviet Union's also done with their civil war, so hopefully they can actually do something useful with their lives for once. Bose offers the support for the Burma campaign. Oh yeah, of course, Chandra Bose, the guy from India that collaborated with the Japanese for some reason. Yes, of course. Haha, help us, please. And yeah, so Germany's in our faction right now. They're fighting the Allies, which damn, Italy, Bulgaria as well, France, Britain. I don't know how Germany's holding, but I'm glad they are for the time being. Probably gonna collapse very soon. Also, shit, I forgot to garrison these islands. Probably should do that. I don't want to lose these islands just yet. I forgot that I actually have to pay attention to naval affairs in this campaign because I'm Japan. Speaking of, I should probably build up my naval industry a bit more here. I only have, how many? That's a bit pathetic, I think, for 1942. I declare war on the Guangdong clique and also the Guangxi clique. Okay, so now that the people in our country actually have homes, you know what? Let's do spread the revolution south. Because apparently if Siam accepts our offer, they will become a puppet of Japan. The Japanese People's Republic. Even though they're a monarchy right now, their glazing of Japan might transcend that, and then they become a communist Japanese puppet. And we can now also invite, what is that, Kurdistan? Wow, the Kurdistan subplot actually ended up mattering. Sure, yeah, join our faction. It's actually harder to push into the southern cliques here than the entirety of China. I'm actually surprised. So I guess now we will do the courage to defend the revolution, which gives us division defense on core territory plus 10% and weekly manpower plus 500. Oh no, shit, wait, A.T. van Starkenborg, Stackhoer. I thought the duchy East Indies just weren't even in consideration because they're like already at war with us. Never mind. Yeah, no, we have a puppet in Dutch East Indies now. And Freya Fahan also agrees. That was surprisingly easy. And also, let's just call them into the war so that they take British Malaya and stuff. And so now taking Tonkin and Singapore shouldn't be too much of an issue. And big encirclement there of Chinese forces. Let's just keep going, boys. Also, I don't know why we didn't take Hong Kong. We just skipped that shit, I guess. Holy shit, they're naval invading these islands with 6 divisions? I don't think that island is holding. Okay, I may have underestimated the zeal that the United States is going into this war with. And the Guangdong clique also capitulates. And the Soviet Union also cedes land for us. Damn. Wow, thank you, Soviet Union. That's gonna make my betrayal at the end just so much more heartbreaking, but thank you. Oh, Tonkin's just this entire region. Oh, wait, that means I can do the focus, doesn't it? Oh, no, I don't have more than 80% war support. That can easily be fixed, actually. We just have to not die as much and just do a bunch of the decisions. Next, we're gonna expand the Hiratsuka Navy Ammunitions Arsenal, which gives us 3 more dockyards to work with. Now, I guess we'll push into the British Raj, really, yeah. That's gonna be some good manpower to pump into our divisions. Actually, we should probably wait to do a big infantry push because I do want to increase my war support, which is currently a bit pathetic. All right, next, let's do 7075 aluminum alloy, which gives our planes more agility. And just straight up good. And encirclement in... Okay, well, they broke it. I'm sad now. Okay. Let's just say you want me to be depressed, wait for it. Okay, now I'm at 89% war support, which means I can finally maybe do Proclaim the Jobu Kokudo, which is gonna give us 500 more weekly manpower, 10% more stability, more division attack and defense on core territory, more ideology drift defense, and more daily compliance gain. Alright, we can invite another country. Irish People's Union, welcome. And I don't know what's going on in the British Raj, but I think I'm thankful. I'm not too sure. They're all puppets of the Sultanate of Al-Hind. Yeah, I guess for now they're our allies. Question mark? We can't invite them to our faction though because our current ruling party is communist. Guys, we have to take Goon City, man. Oh, there we go. We proclaimed the Jobu Kokudo, and now we are, what are we called even? We are called the Jobu Kokudo. I mean, here it says that Japan will be known as the Pure Land, so I guess that's what it means. And now we are very, very red. And yeah, that's it. That's the Formable. I mean, it's not really a Formable that I would consider on the list at this point because it doesn't core anything, I believe. I think it's still pretty cool, and it's a secret, so now I get to use that in the title and get at least 2 views. And British Burma has finally capitulated. Fall of Rangoon. There we go. God damn, the Allies have so many divisions. How many people do they have? They have 13 million at most. We have 8 million at most. Okay, so there's quite the disparity here. But now we are going to do Gambaro, which gives us more factory output, more dockyard output, more construction speed, less consumer goods, and of course gives us 1 civilian factory for every core state with 4 or more infrastructure. And now, by the way, combined with the Marx portrait, we have weekly manpower of 1,500. Combined with the already huge Japanese population, we have like pretty much unlimited people to throw at the enemy. And yet another encirclement. There we go. All right, Germany left our faction. I don't know why. We're gonna re-invite them because I think without us, they're kind of f***ed. Now's not the time to be starting new wars, Germany. It really isn't. But yeah, no, we're really just fighting the entire world to bring them inner peace at the end of the day. We are justified in having a mega faction. We just want to help people reach nirvana. And if we have to kill the entirety of India to do it, by God, we will. Or I guess by... Do Buddhists have a god? I feel like I'm gonna get canceled for this episode. Also, we need to really ramp up convoy production because I can't really protect some of these trade routes because they're all the way over here and my fleet is nowhere near big enough to challenge the Allied fleet. If I sent my fleet anywhere other than like, I don't know, these core areas, they will get completely sunk. I don't have any faith in them. So yeah, our logistics are not doing well at all. That is really bad. The Soviet Union offers us an alliance. I swear to God, did they leave our faction? No, they didn't even leave our faction. Bro, we're already in a faction. I feel like every few months our faction just gets a brain aneurysm. And Turkey wants to join the faction. Go ahead. Lots of communists in the world. Oh yeah, our logistics are actually dying. None of our troops are getting supplied. All right, so I made the army faction influential so I can now do adopt new assault doctrine, which gives us infantry attack plus 5%, which is really good because our entire army is infantry. I still have not gotten to making tanks. My laziness knows no bounds today. All you really need is infantry and a fuck ton of planes, and that can usually grant all of your dreams and ambitions. Like even in real life, like what, you want the promotion at the job? Literally just show up to work with an army and a bunch of planes circling around the office. I guarantee you, your boss is gonna feel the pressure. And yeah, our push into India is going pretty well, despite the fact that our logistics are probably on par with what like an ant would consider to be good logistics. All right, now that we done adopt new assault doctrine, we'll now do develop lethal infantry equipment. 10% more infantry attack. This game is really reinforcing my bad habits of not making tanks because I'm lazy. Holy shit. That makes it so that we're now gonna have 15% more infantry attack. That is absolutely massive. All right, the Treaty of Delhi, the Sultanate of Al-Hind Ukraine has capitulated, unfortunately. And now some of these countries were released here. It doesn't really affect us too much, I don't think. As long as they don't join the Allies, that is. Also, the coal deficit. Talk about this coal deficit. That is a lot. Holy shit. That's really, really bad, actually. I'm assuming the more factories you get, the more coal you have to have. And we're not having a lot of that coal, I'll tell you that much. All right, the British Russia's capitulated. Good, 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 good. And now we have no more enemies that we can straight up invade by land. And then somehow our coal deficit fixed itself. I'm not too sure how. Germany. Maybe we should go try to save Germany. It's kind of a dire situation. Also, fuel. We need fuel. However, our main supplier, Iran, has fallen to the British. Venezuela is an option. Venezuela, unfortunately, is separated by an entire ocean full of Americans. All right, I guess, sorry, 2 oceans full of Americans, because I'd probably have to get the trade, go down here and go up there again, because they're definitely not going to let me go through the Panama Canal. All right, next we're going to develop sophisticated artillery equipment, giving us 10% more artillery attack. Oh, they keep spoiling me. They keep spoiling me for my terrible choices. Okay, let's try to get a funny encirclement here. All right, there we go. Big, big, big encirclement here. And for the time being, Germany should be a bit more saved than it was 2 seconds ago. All right, next we're going to expand the Arago Proving Ground. And this culminates in us getting 20% more artillery attack. And I think 20% more infantry attack as well, which is absolutely busted. Okay, actually, the German front here is kind of thick. I think I'm going to move this army of south here. And yeah, Austria's in their own faction, the Danubian bloc. I think it'd be a really good idea to eliminate them right now. Oh my god, all of our pushes are failing pathetically. Okay, hold on. I have to rethink this. Okay, they naval invade us here. Bit of a mistake. That's a good encirclement for us. Maybe it would be viable to push through the west after all. The south here is not moving. Encirclement. Another encirclement. Keep encircling them. That is our only lifeline. It's the only thing that keeps me going. And you know what? Let's just keep this momentum going. Keep encircling them. Keep pushing into Dutch territory. Bring everyone into Nirvana. United Kingdom, Portugal, and Brazil declared war on nationalist Spain. Okay, wait, hold on. Can we invite them? Yeah, probably not. I think that's a thing of the past. I think having very wacky factions where like fascist Spain joins like Buddhist communist Japan is like no longer gonna happen that much. Okay, let's take Amsterdam now, and just take The Hague as well so that they can't try us for our war crimes. There we go. The Netherlands have capitulated. Alright, another encirclement there. That's good, that's good. And yet another massive encirclement. We have single-handedly taken West Germany back for the Germans. Also, let's push through to Maginot before it inevitably becomes a problem. Alright, let's establish a housing corporation, which, you know, housing for people is important and all. I wish there was like a focus that said annex the United States. That would be so fucking cool. And the prerequisites are just like, you know, you exist. That'd be so cool and balanced and fun. Okay, now I'm just gonna ignore the Maginot tiles because it's kind of a fool's errand, and I'm just gonna build a very scuffed railway from this supply hub all the way here. And another encirclement there, a few French divisions. I mean, I'd be so surprised if France still had disjointed government. Oh, they do have disjointed government. Holy shit, wait, guys, hold on. We can just, like, do this. It's 1944. France still has not gotten rid of disjointed government. How? Alright, reach Nirvana, France, come on. There we go, fall of Paris, free France has fallen. Also, to invade the UK, I'm definitely not bringing a fleet all the way here. I feel like I'm just gonna get naval invaded as soon as that happens. So instead, I will opt for paradropping because I am a coward. Alright, next I think, yeah, we'll probably just try to push into Italy, really. Kill the Alpine Confederation on the way, too. And although Spain isn't in our faction, it is probably better for them not to die. So we'll ask for military access, maybe help them out a bit. And yeah, we completely collapsed Portugal here. Now, unfortunately, they are unified with Brazil, so that's not going to capitulate them, but it is what it is. So yeah, we're just going to try to push into Italy / Switzerland all the way from Barcelona. Okay, well, Germany just declared war on Spain anyway. I don't think now is the time to be starting new fronts, Germany, really. I think we can wait for Spain to die after we've achieved our proletarian dream. In my case, I guess universal nirvana, whatever the f that means. You know, every empire has to have a good excuse to kill people. Mine is universal nirvana. Like, I don't know what it means myself, but it sounds cool. And another encirclement there. And another big encirclement here. The allies will start feeling this if we keep encircling them over and over again like this. And another encirclement in Montpellier here. And yet another encirclement there. My oh my, it's not going well for the allies. Oh no, look at the coal deficit. Oh no. Well, we're also exporting way too much coal as well. Close the goddamn economy. It's just not helping us at all. Okay, now we're only missing 121 coal. Say what you want. I think that is a significant improvement. And yeah, we're pushing into Italy. All right, the Alpine Confederation has capitulated. Music to my ears. Now we just have to do the same to Italy, who's a fascist country in the Allies, by the way, for some ungodly reason. And there you go. Italy has fractured into civil war. And Regno del Sud is, of course, our puppet because we've done everything since we've arrived to Europe. And I guess our last big opponent that we have to take out in the mainland would be Bulgaria here. Maybe also Hungary. And independent Luxembourg wants to join our man, knock yourself out. Yeah. Oh, and Belgium too. All right, great. Fantastic. And Vienna's open. Let's go take that shit. Soviet Union declared war on Romania. Sure, man, whatever. I mean, I guess at this point they're getting confidence since Germany didn't end up dying. And there you go. The Union of Danubian Socialist Republics is dead. We only have 27% war score, which is pretty low compared to Germany and Soviet Union. See if I can sneak something in, though. I snuck an Austrian puppet here, got resource access, all that good stuff. This is the faction map, by the way. It's kind of weird because I kept the original Japan color, but yeah, I kind of get the idea of what the world looks like right now. Let's just take Budapest. We're also pushing into Legionnaires Bulgaria, who's also in the Allies for some reason. And there we go. Hungarian faction is gone. We have 14% of the war score. Again, very, very low, but let's see if we can sneak some stuff here. All right, so once again, I've taken a province here in Hungary. Now we have all the coal that we need. All right, Bulgaria, time to say your prayers. We will relieve you of all of your earthly possessions by killing you all. Don't worry. Also, for aluminum's sake, I'm gonna probably ask for some of these. Okay, never mind. We can't ask for control of our state from our puppet, apparently. Regno del Sud thinks that handing you control of occupation would give you an unfair share of occupied territory. Oh, would it now? I wonder who made it so that Europe looks like this right now instead of Germany just being completely British. And also, I guess I have to start producing transport planes here. Now we're gonna wait for our army to be mostly trained here because I do want to succeed the pair drop in one try, preferably. How the hell is Chinese People's Republic at 0 manpower on scraping the barrel? How does that even happen? Is it one of your national spirits? It must be. I don't see any national spirits where that would affect the manpower. You have 0 manpower for the love of the game, China? Oh, whatever. I'm not gonna get an answer. All right, surely we can land if we're supported by 1,000 casts and 1,200 fighters, right? And also I'm gonna force attack, and also I trained these paratroopers ever since they were born. It's looking a bit dire, but I think we can do it. Ipswich. Okay, there we go. All right, British people, time to die. Let's see if the British are able to stop us here. And yeah, nothing they can do to really stop us at this point. And Liverpool falls. And there we go. UK is gone. We're gonna have to garrison the shit out of this as always. The Allies will not hesitate to use like 1 billion manpower to retake the Isles. How many people do we even have to capitulate? United States and Portugal and Brazil. Austronesia. What the hell is an Austronesia? Oh, okay, it's the Philippines. Fair enough. Get it? Because it's halfway in between Australia and Indonesia. If you have brain damage, it does make sense. Okay, somehow Mexico did hold on. I think that's it. I think that's our ticket into the United States. I'm actually surprised. And yeah, the United States, I don't know where their divisions are. They're definitely not on the front, that's for sure. But they don't even have that many to begin with. Only 100 to 300, which is not a lot for the United States in 1946. Remember the Alamo, great, fantastic. Oh, we've run out of manpower. Yeah, no big deal. We could just move to extensive conscription. Next, we're gonna do Ministry of Colonial Affairs, which I'm assuming is an early game focus. It also gives us 1 civilian factory in East Anglia. It's such a flex that Japan just thinks that this is just like, you know, colonial territory. Push into US could be going a bit better, but it's already going pretty alright. And we've taken San Francisco and Los Angeles, but the East is actually pretty slow to fall. Treaty of Madrid. Oh yeah, the Spanish faction with like Romania and stuff. Yeah, no one really cares. Alright, there we go. United States has finally capitulated. Now we have to go down to Brazil. Oh, I'm so excited for that. Yeah. To get to Brazil, we're gonna have to naval invade. I'm not too sure from where. Probably gonna have to island hop. It's unfortunate, but that is the truth. Next, we're gonna do the Shuiliking power plant. I'm not gonna bother saying what it does. It's a fucking power plant. It gives electricity or something. Okay, what more do you want to know? Okay, I'm gonna risk it all and send my admiral all the way over here. We're gonna send our entire fleet to the Americas, and I guess we're gonna start island hopping real quick. And finally, we can do resource security. Yes, in which we replace early industrialization efforts with the economic miracle, giving us 5% more special project research speed, more construction speed, less factory bomb vulnerability, less lack of resources penalty, more production efficiency cap, more production efficiency retention, and more dockyard output. Absolutely cracked. There we go. Canada has finally capitulated as well. I don't know what these red bars mean. Can I not do any missions here? No accessible regions. What does that mean? What do they mean by that? No accessible regions. The basis fleet is carrying out missions from Hiroshima. Yeah, no, maybe fucking not. Maybe this one then. Why would you do it from Hiroshima? Okay, where's Florida? Yeah, maybe carry out missions from Florida. Maybe that's a better idea. There we go. Resource security. Now we have the economic miracle. That's fantastic. Now before naval invading, we're gonna train our troops a bit. Let's naval invade some of the Caribbean here. And completely undefended. I appreciate it. Alright, now we should get naval supremacy in the Damara Plain here. And we're just gonna naval invade Brazil up here. Alright, now we're gonna increase crop yields. Yeah, farming. Woo, yeah. We may be on the cusp of world domination, but there's always time for farming. Alright, we're naval invading Brazil. Please land. The game is running so slow. The faster this ends, the better for all of us. Yep, safe landing. There we go. I better get like the entire world and like an Oscar in the peace deal, man. Like I've done literally everything in this faction. Everything. Once we take Sao Paulo and Rio, it's genuinely just over. Alright, Sao Paulo has been surrounded. It's only a matter of time. Never mind. Oh, god damn it. The game froze for a second. All right, I guess they do have other cities. Porto Alegre. Wow. Please put me out of my misery. Please, Donald Trump. Please save me. Please save me from Brazil, Portugal, Brazil, and the allies. Please. Oh, finally, it's over. 37% of the war score. I feel like I deserve much, much more, but it's okay. All right, peace deal is over. We puppeted like a lot of shit. Like a lot of shit. North American Socialist Republic, the Canada Popular State, Nichiren Buddhist Australia, Nichiren Buddhist Malaya, Nichiren Buddhist France in Vietnam, and of course Nichiren Buddhist France as well in France, Alpine Confederation in Switzerland, Nichiren Buddhist Italy, well that already existed. And how could you forget about the Socialist Republic of Great Britain as well? Oh yeah, no, wait, I forgot to mention Porto Brazilian People's Union down here. Silly me. Of course, the Colombian Socialist Republic also exists, and also the Hebei Chahar Soviet Republic, because I forgot to call it my Chinese puppet, and also these two are also my puppets. Point is, we completely dominate the world now. By the way, Cooperative of Belgium, is this deserved? That's for future academics to find out. And so now, I think we're just gonna remove Germany from our faction. Yeah, I don't think it really takes a genius to figure out what her plan is. Let's just say Germany took a bit more than their fair share, I think. And I think that's bad and unfair, and I will not stand for it. And now that we have, you know, finger quotes, liberated all of Asia, we can also now do free Asia Pacific, which gives us more division organization, more weekly stability, more weekly war support, and more research speed as well. Yeah, would you look at that? Look how free everything is. Nichiren Buddhist Italy has West Papua. That's like how the world is supposed to work. Yeah, it's beautiful. All right, let's justify on Germany. I like how our faction is so unbalanced. Obviously, we're the number one of our faction. Soviet Union is the number two. Germany used to be number three. Now number three is the People's Republic of Oman. I think that's pretty incredible. The Socialist Republic of Germany declared war on the Norwegian People's Republic. That's in our faction. Oh wow, Germany, you really want to die. Yeah, I don't think Germany really thought that one through. And now we have a free Asia Pacific. Germany is about to die, but I guess we'll select another focus here. Maybe we will do increase agricultural export, or maybe establish Manchuria Airplane Company. Eastern Road and Steel expansion is also good. What should I go for here? Maybe war communism, but we're not going to be at war for that long. Maybe development for the underdeveloped, you know, help out the people a bit. Educate the peasants, you know, they're kind of dumb. I guess we'll educate the peasants. Germany, are you dead yet? Almost. United Cantons have capitulated. Manipur People's Republic capitulated. That's not who I care about though. And yeah, Berlin has fallen, and once Breslau falls, I feel like it's just gonna be over. Stettin also falls. Posen, do we actually need to go all the way to Posen? Damn. Yeah, Germany's holding on. All right, now that we've educated a dumb, stupid, okay. All right, we did the funny thing, and now pretty much all of Europe is under our protection. And I did promise earlier, Soviet Union, are you really cut out for this? Should you really exist? Do you believe in Nirvana? Have you ever meditated with your life on the line, Stalin? Justify on the Soviet Union. Oh, the playthrough ended. Well, in the game's eyes, it may have, but no, we still have one more job to do. Stalin, die, please. Oh yeah, wait, I forgot to call in literally all of my puppets. Silly me. Now let's declare war on all the Soviet puppets that don't want to join. The Romanian People's Republic has capitulated. Keep pushing, guys. I mean, not that the Soviets have a fucking chance. They are quite literally completely finished. With the power of friendship and Buddhism, we can defeat anything. Falls Sevastopol. Stalino also falls. And apparently every Soviet division doesn't even know the concept of equipment. They literally all have like half strength or less. Fall of Stalingrad Leningrad as well. Fall of Leningrad too. And Vladivostok has already fallen a long time ago over here. There we go, with the fall of Baku, the war is finally over. Alright, peace deal over. I accidentally made two Soviet Unions, the SSSR and the Soviet Union. God, this looks so ugly. Actually looks repulsive. I think we've done it though. I think this is enough. We've created a world of peace and prosperity and meditation, whatever else Buddhism is about. But yeah, no, I think we've pretty much purified the entire world. Everyone likes each other. We all live in harmony and blah, 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 all that stuff. But yeah, in conclusion, Japan, very, very, very strong. Goes without saying, it's a major country. It would be kind of concerning if it wasn't strong. Yeah, I had quite a bit of fun. As my first time playing Japan, this was a pretty good impression. I wonder what the other paths are like. This one's definitely quite powerful. It allows you to get maybe a bit too much weekly manpower above your already really, really good core population. And so yeah, again, thank you to Paradox Interactive for sponsoring this video. And yeah, in conclusion, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, press the funny red button, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Good night.
Oh, post-editing me here. Thank you for watching another video about High4.
But yeah, no, as my first time playing Japan, that was a pretty fun game. Very excited to see what else this DLC has to offer. But yeah, this video is long enough, so let's just get started with the members. Thank you to members: Flameman1995, Lars, Alex Aden, Chris Tibbs, Yoba McGannis, Morales, Michael Rafter, Sleepy Saeem, Nate, Lollyholic, Joey Sarg, the username Matt, Mantis Shrimp, Halid Burakaya, Marat, KK Netty, Adil Dermatash, Freeman, A0 Cube, Lars Niemeyer, The Real Robert, Firefox, Rum Ramsey, Ben TX, MaxiBoy23, Elblast, Divine, Leo Polygon, The Man 69, Janky Jim, The Kaiser von Ost, Casey, Angerwasher, Joseph Stalin, Miklos Horthy, Matthew Jones, Gigashrek Chad, Blue Cat, Brock Weisenhofer, Jakub Petrizlek, Femboy, Lisbeth, Roga, Degaway, Labiam, Jaziort, Einfak Lucas, No Just No, Ora Ora, Rata Trotsky, Lucas Evangard, Wendigussi, The Were Lizard, Odd in HD, Ursoy, Kartonsu, Dr. Dark, Christopher Hollingsworth, Kool-Aid Man, J-Dog the Dude, False Panther 51, Orbital Fuck, Kazi Sketches, Pine, Jalix 500, Alberto, Artongo, Colonoscopy Adventure, Trey Lengiel, and Cleverbitten. And of course, that's not mentioning patrons Ray Manu, Nicholas Green, Lars, Von Caver, Pengroom, Liam O'Connor, Lennon Moza, Power Bottom, and Midnight Ace. Again, thank you all for your endless support, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.